And if you are, just turn around, say hello to everybody and say, I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here. Way over there. And you two back there, guys. Okay, let's go home now. No, now the most important part. And then wasn't that funny? Greeting everybody. Now it's time to find out what's really going on in this community, both here at the center and during the social times too. And here to tell us all about it is our core president, Mr. Dave Minier.
I heard the delay, Bill. I heard it. I think we all heard it, right? The little. He almost called me that other guy. How's everybody doing this morning? All right. Good. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Nevada. We are a new thought community based on the teachings of Ernest Holmes, which revolve around the basic principles of the power of thinking and the law of attraction. No matter where you are, bless you, on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. We are glad you're here. Last week of July, so this will be the last time for this affirmation. This year is flying, right? All right. So as you know, every week I do a little affirmation where you guys get to yell back at me. And what is the word of the month? Absolutely. That's right. So we're ready for this one last time. I want to hear you guys go this time. I want to hear it, right? Last one. I got another one for you next week. But this one, last one. Let's retire this one with some power. All right? Is this the month I say yes to freedom, not just in the world, but in my soul? Absolutely. Do I say yes to releasing old limits and rising in truth? Absolutely. Do I say yes to owning my power and being bold, brave, and guided by spirits? Absolutely. Do I say yes to a deeper kind of independence, one that sets my heart on fire? Absolutely. July is mine to claim, to celebrate, and to fly free. And when asked if I am ready for it, I say, absolutely. Give yourself a hand. Thank you. Oh, this has been a week, has it not? We lost some celebrities this week, and a lot of them are from different realms. We lost Malcolm Jamal Warner, who made his transition from the Cosby Show. We lost Hulk Hogan, who was the Hulkster. I mean, that was a big part of childhood. And then we lost Ozzy. And I know that a lot of people, there's a lot of opinions on Ozzy because of what he used to kind of represent. But what most people didn't know is that he was actually a devout Catholic. There was a lot of misconceptions about him, like the biting the head off the bat. Just for the record, it was an accident. He didn't know it was a real bat. He thought a person had thrown a rubber bat up on the stage. And so he just grabbed it and thought, I'm going to bite the head. And it turned out to be a real bat. He had to go to the hospital and get rabies shots and all that fun stuff. So I had printed out a quote that I was going to read of Ozzy, and I left it at home. So I'm going to paraphrase it the best that I can. What he said was that my belief in God does not revolve around a man in the sky, and it also does not revolve around fear of a man with a three-pronged pitchfork. It revolves around nature. It revolves around the fact that there is good, there is bad, there is black, there is white, there is night, there is day, but it all is rooted in love. And I thought that was so poignant because he literally is known as the Prince of Darkness. But he is was the most kind-hearted individual in the realm of music. For that, I mean, there's a reason that people respect him so much and that the world is so devastated by his loss. So, I know most of you won't do this, but I'm going to shoot big old horns up in the air for Ozzy because he was a great man and he did a lot. So, moving on, Thank you all for humoring me. As you know, I'm a metalhead, so this was a big loss for our community. So please silence your cell phones. As you know, they're contagious. Dave, please silence your cell phone.
Okay.
August calendars are available. They are over there on the table. White Village, you want to say something?
Yes, and the next time they have the karaoke here, I will be singing Ozzy Osbourne song.
Oh, look at that.
Myself.
So karaoke is the second and fourth Saturday of every week here.
So I'd pay a quarter to see that.
Calm down, brother.
But like I said, August calendars are available. They're on the front table. To give a list of everything going on here at the center. Also inside your bulletin today, you'll see an insert that has a bunch of stuff that's going on. The insert is yours to take home. Please place the outer insert in that basket that's by the front table on your way out. We had an amazing event here on Friday. It was live music, and it was like there's a school, I guess, that goes around and teaches kids to play. And so they had an all-girl rock band. They were all like teenagers, and they were good. They were fun. And then right after that, there was a reggae rock band that was also phenomenal. They were so good. So it was a good time. And then of course we had tacos from Gracie's Lunchbox. And the next one, you guys gotta come to. It's so fun. It's so good. And everybody's here. The mayor was here. The former mayor was here. Lots of council people. We got a special shout out for what we do in the community, which I thought was great. So the next one's going to be, it's the fourth Friday of every month. Speaking of what's upcoming, as you know, next week is the first Sunday of the month, which means two things. One, we celebrate birthdays for the month of August. Two, it is Potluck Sunday. This is a special one. This one is, this is next Sunday. It's the Grill and Chill Potluck. So we are going to supply the burgers and the hot dogs. Our special guest speaker is Reverend Jeannie Sovereign. She's from Arizona. You guys all might remember her. She's amazing. She's going to be speaking on Launch of Love, and she's also going to be bringing homemade potato salad. So, yeah. So make sure you come next week. Like I said, we're going to supply the burgers and hot dogs. Reverend Jeannie's bringing potato salad, so just bring your favorite dish. Chips, macaroni salad, pie, and don't forget the quiche. Quiche is always good. Also happening next, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, we have our monthly community drum circle. That's going to be August 6th at 6:30 here in the sanctuary, facilitated by our very own White Feather, who's going to tell you a little bit about it right this very moment.
Well, everybody knows how I feel about drumming. What I want you to feel, what you feel about the actual drum. The drum is from trees that are growing in Earth Mother Gaia. When you take a drum and you hollow it out, it's still alive. It has its own sound. It has its own vibration. So I want everyone to come on down to the next drum circle. Sister Bear will be here. The chief of the Chamber tribe will be here. I wanted to say that my good brother Cliff will be here, but he'll be on the mend for a bit. So I'll be here running that drum circle by myself, but you're going to get a little more music from me than you normally get. So he's going to be okay, but he needs a little time right now. And I'm going to end it all off with a wonderful sound bath. We're going to drum, we're going to dance, and we're going to have a good time. So I expect to see you, some of your family, your grandchildren, bring a neighbor, everybody. We'll come here because this is where the vibe is. We'll see you on drum circle.
Yeah, I can't speak highly enough about the drum circle. If you've been to one, you know how powerful it is, you know how amazing it is. And again, it's a drum circle. It is live music, and then it ends with a sound bath. And it's a $10 love offering. You can't beat that. Like I always say, that sound bats alone are like 30, 40 bucks just to get one of those. You're gonna get it all. So it's amazing. That's August 6th at 6:30 here in the sanctuary. And then we do have drums available, so if you don't have a drum, that's okay. We have some first come, first serve. Or you can just sit back and listen to the music, because it's something. If you have a prayer request for this week, please place it in the prayer box located underneath that portion of Runner's Homes over there, or see Eloise. For more information, you can visit our website at cslmv.org. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. And now, before I intro Eloise to do our invocation and gonging, which I love, and chanting, please repeat after me. Open minds.
Open minds.
Open hearts.
Open hearts.
Open arms.
Open arms.
Open at the top.
Open at the top.
Thank you all. Have a great week.
Let the gong resonate within you by taking a deep breath to every time I hit the gong. Hey, hey, Govinda. Hey, hey, Gopala. Hey, hey, Govinda. Hey, hey, Gopala. Hey Vasudeva, hey Nityananda, hey Vasudeva, hey Nityananda, Shri Radhe Radhe Radhe. Radhe 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 Shyam. Shri Radhe Radhe Radhe. Radhe 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 Shyam. Hey hey Govinda. Hey hey Gopala. Hey hey Govinda. Hey hey Gopala. Today, feel the blessings within you. Feel the godness within you. Feel God. You are perfect. You are whole. You are complete. And in this beautiful sanctuary, it is tangible. That awareness, that godness. That means your creative spirit, your energy, your divine strength that is within you helps you create your beautiful life. Look around you recognize that. See the creation you have made. Be in that deep space. Take the time to meditate so you can actually feel that tangible knowledge. I know things interfere. Life. We have so many things on our plate. Step back, go deep, and know. I know I am aware. I know I have that God presence within me. And I live in gratitude. And in my gratitude, I release my word into the law of mind. With the knowledge before me, all of us are God. All of us have it within us. And together we say, and so it is.
a reading from the Science of Mind. And I wanted to say I've got the easiest job up here. I don't have to memorize music. I don't have to memorize a prayer. I just have to read out of the book. And I invite anybody who might be interested in helping me read. If you would be interested in me doing the reading, we'll select something from the textbook, and I invite you to come join me, and we'll do a reading together. Let me know if you're interested. But today's message, today's reading, is from the book, The Essential Ernest Holmes, and that is his comments on the science of mind. And Ernest writes, "Nothing is real to us unless we make it real. Nothing can touch us unless we let it touch us. Refuse to have your feelings hurt. Refuse to receive anyone's condemnation. In the independence of your own mentality, believe and feel that you are wonderful. This is not conceit, because it is the truth. A good practice is to sit and realize that you are the center of divine attraction, that all things are coming to you, that the power within is going out and drawing back all that you will ever need. Don't argue about it. Just do it. And when you have finished, leave it all to the law, knowing that it will be done. Declare that all life, all love and power is now in your life. Declare that you are now in the midst of plenty. Stick to it, even though you may not yet see the results. It will work. And those who believe the most always get the most. Think of the law as your friend. Always look out for your interests. Trust completely in it, and it will bring your good to you. And so it is.
So it is.
And this morning, bringing our good to us, it's my pleasure to invite our guest speaker here. And Dave Friedman has been a guest speaker here many times and has always got something, because of his background in metaphysics, in the study of science of mind, and as a life coach. And so here you go, coach. Bring it on.
I feel like I'm not a guest anymore. How y'all doing? Do y'all feel good? You've been well fed so far, right? It's been a great week. So now you're gonna have to work a little bit. Thank you for that reading, Bill. It's interesting to be reminded of what we have available to us. And I picked up one thing that you said, is that when you do this, because of the law, you have your good brought to you. But we need to remember that we actually have our bad brought to us. And you pay attention to what's going on, and it helps you to understand really where you are and what you're thinking. I'm not going to talk about that today, but I just thought I would share that with you. I want to start with a story. There was this confab, if you will, of gods. Can you imagine? 3 people with beards and robes, nectar, whatever they drank back in those days. They have this thing, they call it the truth. But man's not ready for the truth yet. So what do we do with it? Well, somebody suggested, you know what? We can put it way up in the sky. And I talked about that for a while. Yeah, that's a good idea, but you know what? Man's pretty ingenious. I think he'll go find it up there. Okay, well, where else can we put it? How about the bottom of the ocean? Man will never find it there. Maybe, you know, that's kind of the same thing. Because man is also very ingenious. And if they can find their way up to the sky, they'll find their way. Time for a new battery. They'll find their way to the bottom of the ocean. Oh, I know where to put it, they said. I know where to put it. Put it in their heart. They'll never look there for it. So that's where our truth is hidden. Did we go back up, huh? That's where the truth is hidden, inside. So how do you get there? Well, let's talk a little bit about that, shall we? Yes, Dave, we shall. There you go. Today we're going to talk about going deep. They've been doing the water thing all month, so going deep. And we're also going to talk about going deep from a couple of different angles. We're also going to talk about going wide. We might talk about going high. But as the great metaphysicians that we are, we're absolutely going to talk about going in. But let's start with deep. Is there a bottom to your belief? How deep can you go? Does it ever stop? Is there ever a period of time when you just hit that foundation? That place, for instance, when you can actually drop an anchor and hold on and know that you're good. Where is that bottom? Another adjustment. And that foundation, when you get there, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a there, but whatever you anchor your belief to, that's what's going to help you find your way through life's challenges, of which there may be a couple. What does deep actually look like? Here's an example. You find yourself upset. Why? Something happened. Somebody said something. Why are you upset? Because somebody said something. Well, did you know that it's actually not that somebody said something that got you upset? There's something in you that allowed yourself to get some sort of a feeling, to feel some sort of way, and now you're upset. And I'm going to bet that what they said to you and why you're upset are not really related, except that is a trigger now for something else. And that's what kicked you off. And you got to go inside and look to find out what that was, or it's going to happen again. Guaranteed, at the worst possible time. Here's another example. I used to give these talks about people. I spent 25 years in Boston. I don't know if you know that. But I think I do know that you understand that the people from Boston, they have a reputation for being the most courteous drivers in the country. Have you heard that? No? They have a name for us. What they call us? Massholes. But it's not what you think, right? I did not cut you off. There's a place in front of your car where my car will fit in, and I just wanted to drive there. Don't take it personally. So why are you upset? I happen to drive a black car. And you had a bad bad breakup with somebody 8 or 10 years ago who happened to drive a black car, and now I'm in your way, and you're upset about that. But you don't really know that because you're going to blame me, because I happen to be there. It's easy. When we do not resolve these upsets in our life, it's like taking that incident, put it in a box, throw the box in a closet, throw some luggage or guitar cases or whatever you want in front of it, and just leave it behind. It's still there. And again, when a black car comes up or somebody says something to you, woo, then it presents itself. And that's what you're upset about. If we can appreciate that this is happening and understand that, and then go in there and figure out what it is we are really upset about, then we can resolve it. And that doesn't mean it didn't happen. And that doesn't change the fact that you didn't like it. But you resolved it. Whatever that means to you, whatever the situation is. And now it's done. And now anything like that used to kick off that particular response is no longer going to kick off that response. And that's one of the reasons you want to go deep. Does that make sense? I made the type too small. There's no secret there's a lot going on in the world today. You upset? It's kind of challenging, isn't it? So the idea is, why does it affect you? How does it affect you? And why does it affect you? And everybody's answer is different. And by the way, nobody's really wrong, because it's just the way it is. But what you really want to know is, how does that knowingness of what's going on and the way that it affects you, how does that affect your life? As much as we care, as much as we have an opinion, and as much as we want something else to happen, this is really all we have control over. And when we allow external circumstances to mess with our own personal weather, we are not able really to live our best life. Why are we here? And I don't mean why we're here on earth, which is a great question, by the way. But think about, why are you here? Because you're looking for something. You were called here. Somehow, some way you ended up here. And there's something in this room, we saw a great example of it earlier, this is a great space, that talks to you. And you're looking for something. And you think you know what it is. But you know that whatever's going on here supports that search of going deep, if you will, going in, to help you find whatever truth that is that you're looking for. So you're already in the process of going deep. And this is a nice, gentle way to do it, because it could hurt. And I mean that only in the best way. You know, when we're talking about some of those things that happened before that are triggered by other events, those are tough. Some of these things can be really tough. The breakup I alluded to, that hurt. Doesn't change things. But you pull the Band-Aid off, and then everything gets better. I can do artists too, you know. You have to say. We must learn to live by inspiration. To live by inspiration means to sense the divine touch in everything, to enter into the spirit of things, to enter into the joy of living. The joy of living can be more joyful when we are unencumbered with some of these events from the past. And I know that what happens is when we go to the closet and open that box, we could open the Pandora's box, get that vision of all these little black things flying out. But they need to be dealt with, because they're keeping us from our true selves. They're keeping us from our inner journey. They're keeping us, quite honestly, from our truth. I see people as hot air balloons, which is different than saying someone has a lot of hot air, right? A hot air balloon is supposed to go up in the air. What keeps it down? Sandbags. Right? It's like a ship. It looks good in the harbor, but it's not built for the harbor. It's built for the high seas. We're built for more than we are capable of. We are capable of more than we think. We're built for a lot. And all of these little things, the thing about the car and all these things, they keep us down from our space. They keep us down from our greatness. And when we deal with these things, when we go in and start to understand really who we are, why we are, and what we're looking for, and make some steps towards that resolution, these sandbags fall away. And then what happens is we find ourselves living more the life that we would love to. We were talking about that on the way up here today. Living the life that we see for ourselves, that we dream for ourselves, that we want for ourselves. Really, and what's the other option? Living life that presents itself to us. You know, I can do this because I can. Is that really why you want to do it? Or do you want to try and go for more? Everybody has that opportunity and the potential to do the work, to allow that greater happening to happen to us, or greater goodness to happen to us. Have I shared with you guys roots and wings? Roots and wings. Do I sound good today? I know there's a little Frankenstein going on here. Courtesy of Dave. We're just trying out a new system. See, you can hear me over there, you can hear me up there. Hear me up there, hear me down there. I won't do that again. Roots and wings. Stereo Dave. Roots and wings. So the idea being, and it applies to parenting actually, but it also applies to life, so we'll mix them up. But I'll start with parenting. What our job for folks is to do is to give our kids a foundation, a sense of self, right? To let them know kind of how to act in the world. To give them some guidance, because they don't know what they're doing. And by the way, we're done by the time they're about 7, right? And their job is to test it. Their job is to test their wings. And depending on how good we do, depends on if they have something to come back to. I might admit to having a little fun back in the day. And I will always appreciate my folks for giving me a good foundation to come back to when I was ready. When we do the work that we are here to do, we create roots. We create a great foundation of a belief, if you will, of a way of being, of a way of knowing. And that allows us to stretch because we know how far away we can go and still be safe. Have you ever said or heard anyone say, I could never do that? Oh, look at you, I could never do that. Have you ever been in a position where you had to do that? And of course you can. You might not want to, but you can. There is this idea we're never given anything that we can't handle. And that is the going deep thing too, because we're going deep into something and we go here, let's say, we have a problem. I don't know, maybe with my mom. She's easy to blame for everything. So let's say I did some work with my mom, I'm just saying. And that's good. So I went there, we're here, right? And a few years later, here it comes again. This is great with forgiveness work. Some of you who've done that might notice this. Damn, I thought I did that already. You did, but now your roots are deeper. Now you're able to go deeper, you're able to handle more. So that's a great way to be able to grow. Bamboo's like that. Have you heard about bamboo? You know, bamboo is a beautiful stick for about the first 5 or 6 years. 7, whatever you're reading. And then the next year, you can watch it grow. It goes up like 13 feet. Because, and its roots have really done the work that it needs to do to support that kind of energy. We're like that too. We have the ability to create all kinds of roots. That was loud. How do we actually grow our long, big, supportive roots like that? Well, meditation is always a good thing to do. That always gets us in touch with our soul. It always allows us the quiet to hear that inner voice that will guide us. Listen. When you get quiet, you can hear things. I never really understood what meditation was about. And there's a story about a glass of water that's got dirt in it. And if you put the glass on the counter and just let it sit, the dirt settles to the bottom. And then it's clear. And that's what happens to us when we meditate. Hanging out in a community like this, like-minded individuals getting fed, fertilizing your thoughts, fertilizing your dreams. Open yourself to be more aware and more open at the top, to be able to get more of what it is that we're looking for. And a lot of what we're looking for we know, and a lot of what we're looking for we don't know. A lot of what we're looking for, I think I want some of that, but let's just try it on and see what it looks like. And hanging out in these communities and having these kinds of discussions is really important. It really helps to build those roots and build those foundations to get that support for your spiritual journey. Helping others, working in the community, you all do that. You got a shout out from the mayor. How cool is that? Because of the goodness you do. And that helps build a foundation. Because that's kind of walking the walk. And then when you do that, walk the walk, walk the talk, when you do that, you really inform, you really lock down the fact that this is what I'm doing. This is who I am. And a lot of times it's not just what you're doing, it's who you are. And what it is, the energy that you're giving out when you're doing what you're doing. So going deep. Not sure this thing's working out. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of going deep. Don't be afraid of going inside. It's okay. You're not going to be given access to more than you're capable of handling at that moment. And it may not be the end of it, but you'll get back to it when you're ready, when your roots or foundation is more solid. You can go deeper. So don't be afraid of going there. When I first started meditating, I remember once my brain started going like this, and I immediately pulled myself out. Oh, that's really what I want to happen, because we want to go in there, right? So I immediately start meditating really hard to try to get back there. Haven't done it yet. So don't be afraid to go in there. You know why? Not my guest. Just on the other side of that fear is tremendous freedom. And that's what we're looking for. Whatever it is that we're looking for is a sense of freedom. When we get that, all you can do is smile and flow through life, and it's a beautiful thing. Are you ready for that? Do you think you can do it? Think you can handle it? I know you can. You got this. Namaste. Namaste. This is live. This is like twice a baked potatoes, right? But I know that we're surrounded by this beautiful, wonderful, loving, perfect energy. This energy, this life, and this love. All-knowing, all eternal, everywhere, always. I know that it is in through and as me, and I know that it is in through and as everybody here, everybody out there, and that we own this and know it and live into it, up to and including our ability to be here, our ability to love it, our ability to allow it. And what I know is that it is deeper, wider, and more expansive than we can imagine. And what I know is that we have access to every single bit of it. And the more that we take in, the more that we allow, the more that we align with, the easier, more love, more fluid, and more purposeful our life here is. And I know that this is true for everybody here. And so knowing this, we allow this to happen. We're open to it. When we plant these fertile seeds into the law, they grow. And when they grow, we grow. And then we are an example to everybody else to allow them to experience what they want to experience. Knowing this to be the truth, I'm very grateful. So just let it be. Allow it to be. If you lock it in with me by saying, and so it is. So I have a tune for you if you want.
Yeah, we want it.
Are you gonna give us some music this morning?
Yeah, do you sing? I want to share this song with you. You know it. And it's called Stand By Me. It's a great tune, yeah? One of the things about the song is that, you know, it's about a friend, right? But while we're doing this today, think about who are you talking to stand by you. So talk to your friends, talk to yourself, talk to Gus, and know that in anything that happens, you are supported, and whatever that is that you're calling on is absolutely standing by you. Dave hasn't tested this yet, so we have no idea what happened. All right, use this. Of course, I don't need to sing, you all know the song, right? Is that better? We'll try that. When the night is done and the land is done, and when the sky that we look upon should crumble and fall, when the mountains crumble to the sea. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. 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 Whoa. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. One more time, like you mean it. Stand by me. Whoa. Stand by me. You got just a little one more. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. You got this. You got this.
Oh, wow, stand by me, you done good. Oh, that's fun. Well, now let's get all seriousness aside, it's time for our offertory. And with that in mind, Eloise would like to say a word or two, I'm sure. There you go.
Now it's time for us to really look inside and know we are rich. So say, I am rich.
I am rich.
I am prosperous.
I am prosperous.
I give and receive abundantly.
I give and receive abundantly.
And it's true. We are blessed, we are rich, and we have our usher, Gail, who will be coming around to collect all your gifts, all your time, all your presents that you want to donate to this center. So I'm thanking you in advance, and now we're going to sing I Am So Blessed, and Brian is going to sing it with us.
You can't take money to your games or anything? No, because the Bluetooth was
And it goes something like this.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you, congregation. Thank you for contributing. And now, I guess there's nothing left to do except do our peace song, right? So let's circle up if you like. You don't have to if you don't want to.